I'm Harrison Brown from Biking the World, and I'm at the Northwest Strength Summit!
Whoa!
I'm Harrison Brown, and I'm an adventure cyclist.
I'm going to be biking by myself over 6,000 miles from Fairbanks, Alaska, all the way to Key West, Florida.
Every day on the road is an adventure.
Let's start pedaling because the adventure begins right now. So coming into Vancouver was my first big city basically since I left Los Angeles to come into, and I kind of had to figure out how to travel and figure out a big city again. And it's kind of, how do you figure out a city? There's always museums, there's these certain things you can see, and a lot of it is you just got to get out and explore. Maybe it's just me being biased because I'm on a bike, but really it took me a day just to get on my bike, have a map, and just start biking around. And then after about a day, I kind of figured out the lay of the land. You're moving at a fast enough pace, but a slow enough pace that you're taking everything in. You kind of get a feel for the environment and the community. Then it would be time for me to find the real reason I came to Vancouver. Well, it's time for me to have a nice burger here in Vancouver, and with some help of some locals, I think I found a great place. I'm going to check this place out. Let's see how good their burger is. It was okay. And so with one more burger down, it was time for me to head south to the United States. Just south of Vancouver, I would find a new riding buddy.
I'm Marianne, and I'm from New Jersey. We met lost outside of Vancouver. I guess we're both separately riding in circles on a series of bike trails. I started from San Diego. I went inland to Joshua Tree, came back to the coast, went up to Vancouver, and I'm going to Montreal. I like the pace of being on a bicycle a lot, being able to stop anywhere I want to. I like talking to people along the way and trusting in the kindness of strangers.
I've made it to the Peace Arch. I'm leaving Canada and I'm headed to the US of A!
After crossing the border, we would ride into Blaine, Washington, discovered by Blaine Fabin. Blaine was put on the map when President McKinley stopped on his whistle-stop tour and received a footstool. Blaine would soon become known as the footstool capital of the world. From Blaine, we rode to Mount Vernon to celebrate our entry back into the United States and the 4th of July with some fireworks. After the 4th, Marianne would head east to begin her next leg of her journey, and I would head to Whidbey Island.
So I've made it to Deception Pass. You can see it right behind me in the background. It's a big bridge connecting me. It's my gateway to Whidbey Island, which I'm going to be biking down this afternoon. I was on this bridge 20 years ago on a big family camping trip out to the Pacific Northwest. On a windy day, my watch fell off right on the middle of that bridge. Then 3 years ago, I was here over the holidays. I was out there and I had to pass some gas, and you know what? I got some Hershey squirts and I my pants right on that bridge. So I have not had a good track record on that bridge, but the third time might be the charm. Let's see if I can get across A-OK.
Oh, come on, it's happened to all of us. Yay! I did it! And no chocolate underpants for me!
Today I've been traveling south on Whidbey Island, and this is crazy. There's so many cars. It's July 5th, so it's the holiday weekend at the moment. But there's so many cars, it's just really hard. This is like absolute culture shock the past week with cars and people. It's an absolutely different type of riding than I've been used to. But I'm going to head down south, I'm going to catch the ferry, and my parents are actually going to pick me up. They live just outside Seattle, so they're going to be picking me up. I'm going to be hanging out with them, my sister and her family, and her kids, her husband and kids are going to be there.
So I hopped aboard my last ferry ride of my journey.
Who's this?
That's Nevin Connor, my niece and nephew, so I got to be Uncle Harrison for a day.
Bring toys to you, trucks. I'm taking a video. You want to do a dance?
what can I say? The kids got moves. But it was soon time for my niece and nephew to go home.
Today, I'm taking a break from biking, and my mom and I are headed to Mount Rainier for a little bit of a day trip. So let's get in the car and get driving into the world.
Drive, 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 drive. There. Maybe he's coming out in the sun.
After a few days of resting and some time with my parents, it would be time to hit the road again.
Bye.
Bye. See you later.
It was super nice to take a week off. It was about time. My body needed to recover. I had had a little bit of a cold, and it was time to recover from that. My whole body just needed a little bit of rest. Also, it took me a little bit of time to edit all the videos. It takes me quite a bit of time to do this. What you're watching right now isn't just cut and dry. There's a lot behind that goes actually getting a video online. So I need to do that. I need to write the tweets, get everything up and ready to go so I can do the next leg of my journey. So it was super nice also to hang out with my family. I got to see my niece and nephew, my sister, my brother-in-law, and then I got to hang out with my parents, my mom and dad for a little bit, which was really, really nice as well. But now I'm on the road and I'm on my way to the Northwest String Summit. It starts in literally tomorrow. It starts, so I need to get there. I'm about 90 miles away. I'm going to be doing quite a few miles today, and I will be getting there as soon as possible. And then I'm going to get my jam on at the Northwest String Summit. I've officially made it into the state of Oregon. I just crossed the Columbia River across the Lewis and Clark Bridge. Now, of course, that bridge was not there when Lewis and Clark arrived here way back in the early 1800s. Sent on a mission commissioned by Thomas Jefferson. But right behind me, you can see the Welcome to Oregon sign. I'm about 62-esque miles away from Hornings Hideout, the home of the Northwest String Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go biking into the world! I can't wait for this great weekend of music and jamming, but we're almost there to Hornings Hideout. As I arrived at the Northwest String Summit, I would be cheered on for arriving by bike and greeted with sayings like, "Welcome home."
So this will be my 5th time at Summit. The people who come here really do strictly come for the music or because their friends come for the music.
In my adult life, finding community has been more of a project, and you come to these things and it comes for free, and you get overwhelmed with joy and good times and energy from it. I have hopefully lifelong friends from it.
I absolutely love how kid-friendly and community-oriented it is. It makes the music super accessible to kids.
First one says she got my child, you don't look like me. So now I'm gonna take my time. I can only hold you like just like it's so soon tonight.
The drug scene is it's easily avoidable. It exists, but it's very easily avoidable, and everybody's very respectful.
But it feels like I'm in hell when you hold me.
A lot of musicians, and I've seen them grow over the years, and it's really fun to just wander around the woods and find these little picking circles.
And just like that, Summit was over, and it was time for me to be on my way to Portland. Well, I've made it back to the United States. I've spent a little bit of time here in the Pacific Northwest, and I'm in Portland, Oregon at the moment after spending the weekend at the Northwest Strength Summit. Now, my beard's getting bigger, and it's time for me to explore this great city of Portland before starting my next leg of my journey, where I'm going to be headed east towards Montana. It's going to be a whole new leg of this journey with brand new challenges in front of me, and I'm ready for it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Harrison Brown, and this is Biking into the World!